Hi, I'm Shelley Yeager. I'm a docent for the Leelanau Conservancy, and trees are absolutely my favorite things. In fact, I love almost everything about trees, anything that goes along with them, and fungus is one of those things. That's what we're going to be taking a look at today. A few things you might find helpful to take along on a mushroom hunt are some kind of guide, either something very basic like this foldable guide that you can fit in your pocket, or something that's more of an extensive field guide that's loaded with details, pictures and descriptions, whatever you like. There's also a number of apps that you can get on your smartphone like iNaturalist, where you can snap a photo. Then they look up and tell you exactly what kind of thing you've found, a mushroom or a plant, and those can be very useful. Other things that might be nice to have along is some kind of a magnifying glass and also a small mirror. And depending on what you happen to have, you can take along a bigger mirror, and that's really helpful for mushroom identification. And right here next to the trail, we find some really good specimens. And the reason we're looking for the mushrooms is because that is the part of the fungus that we can see. The main body of the fungus lives as a web-like structure, either in the tree, in a tree stump, or under the ground. So the mushroom itself is the fruiting body, kind of like the reproductive structure of the fungus, more or less like a flower is to a plant. Oh, this is a prize. What do we have? Okay, this looks like something called a Rustler, which is a very fleshy mushroom. You can see how thick it is. So now, I wish I could see the underside of the mushroom to see if it had gills or pores, just to confirm the identity. But luckily, I just happen to have my handy dandy small mirror in the back of my pocket. And we'll just reach it underneath there and see what we can see. And look, that is actually pores and not gills. So that means that that is not a Rustler, it is something called a bolete. So underneath is quite spongy. And what's really special about this mushroom is that it has a relationship with the trees in the area, where it's called the symbiotic relationship. And we can talk about that more later. Nearly all the fungi you will find in the woods can be put into one of three categories. Some fungi have a type of symbiotic relationship with trees where both the fungus and the trees benefit. The fungus gets its food from the tree, since they cannot make their own food like trees and other plants. They don't have chlorophyll for photosynthesis. In exchange, the trees are able to take up water and nutrients from the soil more efficiently because the fungal threads, called mycelium, that surround and sometimes penetrate the tree roots. Other fungi are parasitic. In this relationship, the fungus benefits by getting food, and the tree does not benefit at all. It receives nothing from the fungus and may even die. The third type of fungi is the decomposers, also called saprophytic. They break down dead tree material. Basically, they are the recyclers. They recycle trees so the nutrients in the woody material can be used by other plants.
So
So this is another mushroom that is fleshy when you touch it, but you can see around the edge how it's got ridges. And if we take the handy dandy mirror and look underneath, we can see that it has gills. That's where the spores are grown and how it reproduces. So that's a very good identifying characteristic. So this one is a Rustler, the other is a bolete, and they both are symbiotic mushrooms that help the trees that grow around them. Probably take a look at here. This is an oyster mushroom. It's a decomposer. Look at the beautiful, beautiful gills, how they go down the stem. What a nice specimen here. It's starting to show its age though. Very nice. Yeah, this beech tree log has been here a while because look at this. This is like a perfect example. Got to get up and over. Look at this from over here. So this is what's called a hoof fungus, and you can see these gray ones are older. Hear how woody that is. So this surface here is the pore surface where the spores come out. So when this tree was standing up, that was the bottom, that was the top. Then after the tree fell down, and this is when this was acting as a parasite. After the tree fell down and it was dead, this continued to grow, only the hooves are oriented this way. This is the bottom and this is the top. So it's continuing as a decomposer. So hoof fungus can be both a parasite and a decomposer. Perfect example of that. Okay, so here we have another log that has resinous polypore on it. And so we're going to try to figure out why it has its name, Resinous Polypore. Obviously, from the underside, you can see that there are small pores. It doesn't have the gills, just little tiny openings where the spores will come out. And now it's supposed to be, if you cut these very carefully, the young ones, there's resin or liquid inside. And it is very soft and very moist. I'm not seeing any droplets. Oh, look at this though. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's kind of oozing. It's definitely resinous. I'm not sure if it's sticky. Let me feel. Nope, it's more like water, the consistency of water. Something interesting. Look at this. This mushroom is an Amanita, and Amanitas are poisonous. They're also very beautiful, and they're a gilled mushroom, if you can see underneath. And it also has the remnants of what's called a veil here, if you can see that little bit. All right, that's an identifying characteristic. And what's special about Amanitas is that they, again, are a symbiotic mushroom that forms a relationship with the tree. I hope you enjoyed our outing here at Krumweide Forest Reserve and are now inspired to hunt for fungus on your own. Thanks for watching, and please share any questions or photos in the comments section. See you next time.